EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now Penix. Flush to his right. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The rookie from Washington putting it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a first down. Here's Penix. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jarnell Mooney hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Baylor Tiger! Baylor Tiger! 5-9, 5-9. Set.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flushed out right.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Catholic.
To the air again, Herbert. He's going to air one out. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Ladd McConkey.
40 yards.
And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Being chased out left. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Coming off every play. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So this is where a defense can really pin back its ears, bring it all, sell out to stop the run. This time, it'll earn them 2 points.
They definitely guessed right here. A run blitz all the way, and that's a bad feeling for a running back when he knows he's got to at least get it over the goal line. But all he sees are opposing jerseys. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
First down, Los Angeles.
Here's Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw, Penix.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
The Falcons at 7-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
A 35-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers.
They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
A quick throw out wide to Mooney.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
A play fake. Now Penix.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hand.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Ladd McConkey
With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Chargers are once again back in front.
And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Here's McLeod from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll go play action here with Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And looking to throw, Penix.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Matt Milano from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Well, that blitz had no problem finding its target, did it? Zone blitz. So the defensive linemen drop out instead of rushing the quarterback, and you replace them with linebackers or safeties. Throws off blocking assignments and throws off the reads of the quarterback, and that makes it difficult to complete a pass.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll throw with Penix. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
To the air, Penix. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
This one finds McConkey.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Buying time to his left.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Again, Herbert. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, ram.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Mooney.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Now Penix.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Davis now to return it. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
18 right, 18 right, 19 tight, 19 tight, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Here's Penix. This one into the hands of Pitts. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 60 yards. And the Falcons have yet again retaken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Hey, go lion, 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 lion.
Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Go. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Look at the big fella go. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Ladd McConkey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw.
Finding more on the out route for the completion.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2.
That one deep for London.
It's caught at the 10.
And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
They'll run with Robinson.
Broken tackle. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Charger drive about to get going. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
A shotgun snap for Herbert, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Here's Herbert.
That's to one of the new Charger wideouts, DJ Chark.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything,
on Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Justin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it.
And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Operating from the gun, Penix. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll throw now on the final play.
That one deep for London.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Here's Chris Claybrooks to return.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
In motion, the tight end.
Baylor Tigers! Baylor Tigers! Ready!
Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Herbert now. Open man right side. That's McConkey.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That one complete to McConkey. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Go.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Now this time he'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert.
Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. From the gun, Herbert on third down.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Let's go.
And looking to throw, Penix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Returnable here for Davis. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Back to throw here, Herbert. Dancing to his left. Not the first down play they wanted by any stretch of the imagination. An absolutely huge loss on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From his own end zone, Herbert.
To the left side, he's got McConkey. Now he's into the clear again.
And down to the 29-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Dobbins will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They'll go play action here with Penix. That one deep for London.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now motion left with Mooney. Looking to throw, Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at the 10. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Charger drive about to get going. And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charlie. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, get 2 first downs. Help yourself with field position and help your defense out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense is marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Returning it is Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
A play fake. Now Penix.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Chargers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Charger drive about to get going. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Hey, Ram. Hey, go Lion.
Herbert. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Go.
In motion goes the tight end. From the gun on third down, Herbert. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
On fourth down, Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A gain of 36 yards. And the Chargers first down.
To the air again, Herbert. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
First down, Chargers.
Now it's Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Looking to throw. Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Ray. Go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Here's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Clark Phillips has got it. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll throw with Penix.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Over the middle, caught by London.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's Penix. Throws right back to London. Complete again. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London.
75 yards.
And the Falcons use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Here's Herbert.
Over the middle and caught by McConkey.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That's going to change things in a hurry. That shortens the field considerably, and now they're on the move.
Herbert. Flush to his right.
And that's complete to Davis.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Throw left side, complete to Ross. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Now Herbert.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Throwing Herbert.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Kappa. Ready?
Herbert to throw.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Here we go.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Again, it's Robinson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Falcons, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.